I know you've written a couple articles that we want to get into. So 4 players the Browns were right to move on from. Again, this is one of the articles that Eddie has written. Mack Wilson, Troy Hill, Austin Hooper, Jarvis Landry. Take us through kind of the thought process with those.
So with Mack Wilson, he was up and down. There were some games he gave it his all. He gave it his all. He was a fan favorite. He's also one of the ones that fans criticize the most because of his inconsistent play. He'd miss a lot of tackles. So a fresh start for him, I think, will do him good, especially going to someone like Bill Belichick, who has ties with his Alabama coach Nick Saban. So I think he'll be able to get the most out of him. Troy Hill, he didn't have a great season in 2021. He was a huge free agent signing, not to big money or anything, but he just didn't live up to the hype. It's not like he played bad by any means. I know you guys talked about that earlier in the show. He didn't play bad by any means, but they saw something in Martin Emerson where they said, okay, we can trade Troy Hill. We get a draft pick out of it. Andrew Berry covets those. They lost some of those, obviously, this year by trading for Watson. So that's smart, and they can move guys around. I think I saw Greg Newsome was in the slot this week, and then Greedy Williams on the outside. As for Austin Hooper, he was just very unreliable. The experiment did not work. For a few days, he was the highest paid tight end in the NFL. At the time, that was awesome because he was coming off 2 Pro Bowl seasons in Atlanta, and it just never clicked in Cleveland. I wish him well in Tennessee. And then with Jarvis Landry, there was no way they were going to pay him $16 million for his production that we've talked about on the show a bunch. His production went down. He's been injury prone the past couple of seasons. David Bell is a younger, somewhat version of him. It's like a carbon copy almost. And so, I wish him well back at his home and with the Saints. But yeah, those guys were right to move on from. And I think the Browns have made upgrades or at least addition by subtraction.
And I know some fans are they get attached to players. This is what happens in the NFL when you have a good team because of the salary cap. You're going to have to make tough choices. So it's going to happen every year if the Browns are good and Andrew Berry is doing his job.